Hey everybody, welcome back to, this isn't really a specific VGC format, this is just kind of I'm angry today. I am angry today, because, well, not for any good reason. So there I was, looking at moves, and this is a specific example that's going to be in the video, so we'll get there, don't worry about it. But I was looking at moves and like Pokemon, trying to like make like a funny team, you know, and I realized that Poison Gas, the move, right, which Salazzle is known for using because, you know, it's one of the good Pokemon that learns Poison Gas, though a lot of Pokemon do learn it, is literally a worse move in basically every single way to Mortal Spin. Like, even Glimmora has Corrosion. There's, like, almost no reason to ever run Poison Gas over just running Mortal Spin Glimmora. It made me angry because, like, why? Why is that? I know that Mortal Spin is a move that only one Pokemon gets, but it didn't need to be that much better than Poison Gas. And we'll talk about the specifics in a second. Like I said, don't worry. It's on the list. It's on the list. So today, I'm angry. I have a list of moves that make me mad. Pokemon moves that make me mad for a variety of reasons, not just because they're a worse version of a different move. This is just the ones I could think of today. If you have any moves that specifically make you angry for any specific reason, even if it's just because it's a broken move, none of these moves are on this list like exclusively because they are a broken move. So keep that in mind. None of them are here because it's just like, oh, Terra Fairy Moonblast from Fluttermane specifically is a stupid move. I hate it. I do, but it's not on the list. It's not entertaining. Everybody's mad about it. So yeah, if you have any moves that piss you off for any particular reason, you know, leave them down in the comments and we can, maybe if I get enough comments about moves that make people angry, I will make another video with your viewer suggestions and anything else I can think of. But with that, let's jump right into the meat and potatoes here. The first move on my list is Shelter, Hisuian Goodra's signature move. If you don't know, Hisuian Goodra gets a new move. It's called Shelter. It's a signature move. It's a special move that only Hisuian Goodra learns. It's literally just Iron Defense. In fact, not only is it literally just Iron Defense, it's also literally Acid Armor, which is another move that Hisuian Goodra already learns. So, in Legends Arceus, it was a unique move because it raised your evasiveness in Legends Arceus, basically, which is neat. Right now, Shelter is literally just Acid Armor. And not only is it literally just Acid Armor, it's literally worse Acid Armor. How is it literally worse Acid Armor? I want you to look at how many PP Shelter has. Shelter has 16 PP. Acid Armor has 32 PP. Twice as many. That's the maximum PP after you use a bunch of PP maxes, whatever. So literally, there is absolutely no reason to use Shelter, Hisuian Goodra's special, new, exclusive move, over Acid Armor, a move that literally other Pokemon learn. And given it doesn't have that much distribution, so like it's not crazy, but literally there is no reason to run Shelter over Acid Armor unless you're afraid of Imprison Acid Armor, which is not a thing. No Pokemon is running Acid Armor and Imprison. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Don't worry about it. Why? Why did they do this? Why didn't they make Shelter a different move or give it just a slightly different effect? A lot of these times when we get these signature moves that are like a clone of another move, they have something a little extra to make them a little spicy. Like, I don't know, it could be Cotton Guard. Obviously, Cotton Guard is already a move, but if Shelter was Cotton Guard, that at least would be something. And we're actually going to talk about Cotton Guard in a second because Cotton Guard also makes me angry. But yeah, I don't know. This makes me mad. Does this make you mad? It should make you mad. Hisuian Goodra's new fancy signature move is literally just a move it already learns, but worse. Why? Okay, next, we're going to talk about Cotton Guard. And we're going to talk about Cotton Guard. Cotton Guard is objectively a better move than Iron Defense, Acid Armor, and Shelter, right? Because Cotton Guard, if you don't know, raises your defense by 3 stages instead of 2 stages. So you use Cotton Guard twice, you have max defense. Cool, great. In exchange for that, a lot less Pokemon learn Cotton Guard. So we can look at the list of Pokemon that learn Cotton Guard, right? We got Altaria, Ampharos, Jumpluff lines. That's it. Those are all the Pokemon that learn Cotton Guard. There are other Pokemon that learn Cotton Guard. They're just not in Scarlet and Violet, so I'm pretty sure like Eldegoss gets Cotton Guard. And there is one other Pokemon that gets Cotton Guard. And actually, it kind of invalidates the reason that I'm angry and it's on this list, but it's fine because it's still valid. Dubwool gets Cotton Guard. There are no Pokemon in the game right now that get Cotton Guard and Body Press. Please, okay. None of them. And that makes me angry. Why? Because there's no reason to click Cotton Guard unless you have Body Press. Like, literally, this move is tailor-made to be perfect for Body Press. And he's like, no, the Dubwool does get Cotton Guard Body Press. But why doesn't Ampharos get Body Press? Why? Ampharos looks like a Pokemon that should have Body Press. It's a big guy. Dude, it's not like just a little guy. It's just a big guy. You know what I mean? And a lot of Pokemon that are just a big guy get Body Press because that's what Body Press is. Why doesn't Ampharos get Body Press? Why? Because it learns Cotton Guard. And they decided that Ampharos having Cotton Guard Body Press was too good. And this is a theme we'll see in stuff later on. But them deciding that a Pokemon shouldn't have access to a certain move because it has another move sometimes doesn't make any sense. Because Cotton Guard Body Press, Ampharos probably wouldn't even be busted. But they just said, no, it doesn't need it. We don't need to give it Body Press. Who cares? Why? Why? Okay. All right. So now we're going to talk about Poison Gas and Mortal Spin. So, Poison Gas, if you don't know, it is a status move with 90% accuracy for some reason, and it poisons both of your opponent's Pokemon. That's it. Ooh, sorry. Didn't warm up my voice. We're warming it up as we're going here. Poison Gas, 90% accuracy, poisons both Pokemon. That's it. That's all you get. And yes, there are a couple of Pokemon that learn Poison Gas. If we look at the list, we got a decent chunk of Pokemon that learn Poison Gas. Sure, whatever. But literally, it's a 90 accuracy spread move that just regular poisons both Pokemon. That's really not that good, right? And like Toxic is also not that good in VGC because the games usually aren't long enough. And it also only has 90% accuracy. But at least if you're a poison type Pokemon, Toxic does not perform an accuracy check, which is great, amazing. Mortal Spin is a 30 base power damaging move. So already you're doing damage on top of getting poison. It has 100% accuracy. It poisons both active Pokemon, and it's Rapid Spin. You don't get the speed boosting part of Rapid Spin. It's old Rapid Spin. So literally, Mortal Spin does damage. It has 100% accuracy. And it's Rapid Spin. It has 3 buffs over Poison Gas. 3. It is 3 things better than Poison Gas. Why? Why is it 3 things better than Poison Gas? Yeah, sure. It only has 24 PP instead of Poison Gas is like 64 PP. Who cares? You're not clicking this move more than 2 or 3 times in a game. This is not like... This is... Same thing for Poison Gas. It's not the kind of move you're going to be clicking every turn. There's no reason to. Once all the Pokemon are poisoned, that's it. You don't need to click it anymore. It only needs, like, maybe 8 PP total. Like, why? And I know, this is a signature move that only one Pokemon has. That doesn't mean it will be forever. Also, literally, this is buffed Poison Gas. Poison Gas used to be a move that only poisoned one Pokemon and had 50% accuracy. This is buffed poison. This is Poison Gas of today. The Poison Gas of the past was even worse. Like, why? There's literally one thing that Poison Gas can do that you cannot do with Mortal Spin, and that is you can poison a Steel type with Poison Gas because of Corrosion. Now both of these Pokemon have Corrosion, so Glamora can poison types with Mortal Spin. But since it's a damaging move, Steel-type Pokemon are just straight up immune to the move before the poison effect even kicks in, so they can't be poisoned by it. Poison Gas can poison a Steel-type. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's if you don't miss. I was testing Poison Gas Salazzle yesterday. You know how many times I missed? 90% accurate move on 2 targets? You You're missing like 25% of the time. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but why? Why is this a thing? Why did they do this? Like, why is Mortal Spin so much better than Poison Gas? Like, I can understand it was a little better. Like it was just a damaging move, or it was just Rapid Spin plus Poison. Sure. But to do damage, which will break Sash and stuff, which is kind of important, to have 100% accuracy, and to also be Rapid Spin and Poison both Pokemon, that's a lot of things. That's a lot of things now. It's part of the reason Glamour is pretty good. Like, obviously, it also has Toxic Spike stuff, but Corrosion's a good ability to also run on Glamora. Why is it like this? Alright. The next move I want to talk about is Work Up. And this is kind of a new category. Well, this is actually moves that are just worse versions of other moves. Work Up. You get 1 attack and 1 special attack boost. That's it. That's all the move does. First of all, it's a bad move because no Pokemon ever is looking there and wants to go, oh, let me raise my attack and my special attack 1 stage. No Pokemon ever. If they learn Work Up, they probably learn like Nasty Plot or Swords Dance or some other way to boost their stats that's better than Work Up. There's no reason to ever run Work Up. And like, you can say, oh, it's like an early game move. Who cares? Some of those early game moves can be busted. Like, personally, Sand Attack is super cool. I feel like it should hit both opponents. Maybe that should be on this list. It's not. Anyway, Work Up. You get 1 attack and 1 special attack boost. Why? No Pokemon wants to boost both of those stats at the same time. Like literally, hardly ever do you see a mixed attacker and they want to click Work Up. You know what Work Up is? And this is going to be a little bit spoilers for the next thing. Work Up is growth, but worse. My mouse is acting up. You know what Work Up is? Work Up is literally growth, but it's worse. Why? Because growth, yes, it is just 1 attack and 1 special attack boost. But at least in the sun, you get +2 to both, which is something. It's something that makes it better than Work Up. And yes, more Pokemon learn Work Up. If we look at the list of Pokemon that learn Work Up, it's kind of it's actually not that big. It's actually less than I thought it was. It's not that big of a list. If we look at the Pokemon that learn Growth, actually I think the list of Pokemon that learn Growth is bigger. And there is no Pokemon that learns both. Yes, it's about the same. It's about the same. Why? Why can't they just all learn Growth? Is it because they're not grass types? Is it like a theming thing? Why? Why is Work Up so bad? If Growth has an extra effect beyond +1 attack, +1 special attack, why can't Work Up, like, I don't know, like, what's a good thing it can do? Why can't Work Up, like, boost your accuracy or something weird? You know what I mean? Or maybe like Work Up, yeah, it could boost your accuracy. Or I don't know, maybe it raises your critical hit chance by 1 stage. That wouldn't be that ridiculous. I feel like that's fair. Why is it so bad? Okay. Next moves. These are 3 moves. These are 3 moves that make me mad. They're all on the same Pokemon here because almost every Pokemon that learns one of these moves learns the other ones. It's Stockpile. Stockpile sounds like a funny gimmick. Stockpile, I wish was funny and like good so it could be funny. If you don't know what Stockpile does, you stockpile 1 when you use it. You can stockpile up to 3. And every time you stockpile, you get a defense boost and a special defense boost. So already, it's Cosmic Power with extra steps. But it's worse than Cosmic Power because you can click Cosmic Power as many times as you want. You can only click Stockpile 3 times while you're on the field, which means you can only get to +3, which is 2.5, which is not enough sometimes if you're running a weird strategy like a Cosmic Power strategy. And then Spit Up and Swallow are just bad moves. They're kind of bad. Like straight up, Spit Up, if it was just, it does more damage if you use Stockpile more times, fine. Cool. That's a cool thing, right? No. You have to give up all of your Stockpile boosts to use Spit Up. So I believe after 3 uses of Stockpile, it becomes a base, like 150 move, which would be kind of good. You know what I mean? 150 base special normal move. After 3 stockpiles, that's neat. You got to give up your stockpiles. straight up, use any other damaging move. It'll serve you better. Because giving up your boost is not worth it. Not for this. It's not even a spread move. You get to hit one thing. And then we have Swallow. Heals you based on the number of uses of Stockpile. I don't know exactly what stages are. It's probably like 25%, 50%, 75% because that just sounds like the kind of thing it would be. And then you give up your boosts. Now, I understand that healing like 75% of your HP just whenever you want, if you click Stockpile 3 times, is kind of busted. But I would be okay with this move being a little bit worse in exchange for you don't have to give up all of your Stockpile boosts. If it was like Stockpile 3, you heal 50%, fine, that's fair. That's Recover. You know what I mean? Like, it's worse than Recover, but it's Recover that more Pokemon learn, and they have to use Stockpile a bunch of times to get it. I think that's fair. Why are these moves like this? Like, I get it. It's like this neat little thing. It's supposed to be funny. It's like, oh, look at this cool little gimmick. Why is the gimmick so bad? Like, usually when they give us gimmick moves like this, you can at least, like, squint and be like, ah, yeah, you can do this. No. No. Nope. You gotta give up all your boosts. It's bad. I'm sorry. I don't like it. You're telling me I can click Swallow, right? Heal myself. Then I have to click Stockpile 3 times. And by the time I've clicked Stockpile 3 times, it's going to be about time to click Swallow again because I've taken so much damage over the last 3 turns, I don't even get a chance to use Spit Up. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting to this one. But this one probably should have been sooner because it's literally moves that are worse than other moves. But these 2 moves, this Pokemon learns both of them. Raging Fury. So if you don't know what Raging Fury is, it is a new move that is Hisuian Arcanine's signature move. And straight up, it is Fire-type Outrage. And you might be thinking, oh, that sounds okay. Like single battles, right? Sure, I guess. But there's a problem with this, right? There are 2 Pokemon that learn Raging Fury. Hisuian Arcanine and regular Arcanine. Raging Fury is the same base power as Flare Blitz, which both of those Pokemon also learn. And if we're talking about like regular Arcanine, maybe you can make an argument for Raging Fury. I don't know. Outrage is historically a pretty bad move in VGC because you don't get to click you don't get to pick where it targets. It just kind of targets something randomly. If something is immune, you're just going to be confused like right away. It's not great. Flare Blitz is base 120 and it has 33% recoil and a 10% chance to burn. So already it's doing more things than Raging Fury. Raging Fury is 120, but you have to use it for 3 turns in a row, and you don't get to pick which Pokemon you get to target. Flare Blitz, base 120, 33% recoil, 10% chance to burn. That's actually like a way better move than Raging Fury already. But Hisuian Arcanine, whose Pokemon this is the signature move of, has the ability Rock Head, which means that you don't take recoil. You literally do not take recoil damage from your attacks. So now, if you click Flare Blitz instead of Raging Fury, you don't even take the 33% recoil damage. So Flare Blitz is literally just 120, 10% chance to burn, thaws the user. Raging Fury is, I have to be locked into this move for 2 to 3 turns. I'm going to get confused when it's done, and I don't get to pick where I'm targeting. Why would you ever run Raging Fury over Flare Blitz on Hisuian? Never. You would never. The answer is never. Not in a million years, for no reason. Probably not even if you're not running Rockhead, because it's still such a worse move. Why did they do the signature moves of some of these Hisuian Pokemon so dirty? Like, first we have Shelter, which is literally just worst Iron Defense. And now we have Raging Fury, which is literally just way worse Flare Blitz. Like, at least Shelter, you can go, you know, if I want to play Shelter, I probably don't need to click it, 24 times. I'll be fine. But Raging Fury, literally never. There is no reason to run this move over Flare Blitz. Unless you really want to run Raging Fury for the sake of it, there is literally no reason to run this move over Flare Blitz. Do not at me. If you are running Raging Fury over Flare Blitz and you feel like you have a good reason, you do not. You do not. Okay? Okay. All right. The last category of moves are moves that boost useless stats. We have 2 examples. Oh, actually, there's another one after this. It's not the last one. The second to last category of moves are moves that boost useless stats. No Retreat. Why does No Retreat give Phalanx a special attack boost? Who is ever going to use that special attack boost? You already can only click this move once, and you cannot switch out after you have clicked it. Why are we getting a special attack boost? Like, Pokemon has decided that getting 6 stat boosts in some kind of way for a condition is fair. And yes, I think that's fair. I think Belly Drum is fair. You get 6 stat boosts for half of your HP. Phalanx, you get 6 stat boosts. You cannot switch out. You can also only click this move once. Sure. But why are we boosting our special attack? Why can't we get like +2 speed and 1 to every other stat? Why can't we get like +2 attack or 1 to every other stat? Why are we boosting special attack? This is like workup. Like never do I need that special attack boost. Never am I ever going to run Focus Blast Phalanx. Why? Well, first of all, its special attack is 30 lower than its attack, which is sometimes is fine, right? If it's like 100 and 130, no, it's 170. I am never going to run Focus Blast Phalanx. Never am I ever going to run, well, I guess you could run Terra Blast. I was going to say never am I ever going to run Hyper Beam Phalanx. It literally learns 2 special moves because Terra Blast doesn't count. You learn Focus Blast and you learn Hyper Beam. And that's it, right? That's it. You learn Focus Blast and Hyper. Why? I am never, never am I building a Phalanx and I go, oh, I think I'll run Focus Blast Hyper Beam Phalanx today. No! 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 Why? Can I have +2 speed? So like maybe after 1 No Retreat I can actually outspeed things? Because Phalanx, if you didn't know, after 1 No Retreat, it just barely outspeeds Fluttermane. Literally you outspeed Fluttermane by like 2, which means you just barely outspeed Iron Bundle, but Iron Bundle's always booster energy, so you're not going to outspeed Iron Bundle. If I could have like +2 speed and +1 to every other stat except for special attack, I could run a little bit less speed. We could run like 107, which you can hit without running Jolly. You can be adamant. That's cool, right? We could hit, like that 107 number, because then we can outspeed Dragapult, which is super cool, right? And then we can run Max Attack, and then we have, oh, it's doing the thing where it makes it 0 because you don't have any attacking moves. And then we can run a decent amount of bulk. Like 164 bulk is not bad. But no, instead, I have to run some convoluted, I'm going to trap myself so that the trapping effect from No Retreat doesn't activate, so I can click No Retreat twice so I can outspeed things. No, I hate it. Why? Why? Why are we getting a special attack boost off of No Retreat? We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. Nobody wants this special attack boost. Give me +2 speed instead. Or give me +2... Hell, give me +2 defense. I don't care. Give me that boost somewhere else. Why is it in special attack? Goodness. Alright, Veluza has the same problem. Let's look at Veluza's stats. Because its attack and its special... It's very similar. It's 102 and 78. It's literally like the same exact amount of difference. Fillet away. You get +2 attack, +2 special attack, and +2 speed for half of your HP. So you get 6 boosts for half of your HP, just like Belly Drum. But you know what? You know what? A third of these boosts are going to be useless to you. A third of these boosts are going to be useless to you. Why? Because you can really only be a physical attacker or a special attacker. Why? Because you got to run Fillet Away, you got to run Protect, and then you have 2 attacking moves. What are you going to do? Run 1 physical attack and 1... No! No, you're not! And honestly, like, you could make a justification for running Stored Power Veluza, right? Sure you can. Okay? Fine. Because you're going to be 6, that's going to be, base 180 Stored Power. That's a reason. You can use those special attack boosts, but you're not going to run Stored Power and, what is the name of that move? Aqua Cutter. You're not going to run both. You could maybe run Aqua Jet and Stored Power, I guess. But you know what the problem with Stored Power is right now? You know how many Dark types are on every team right now? Like at least 2. Like most teams have at least 2 Dark types. You know how I know this? Because I was running Stored Power Rabska. And like 90% of teams, I had to take at least 2 KOs with something else before I could start clicking Stored Power. Because Ting Lu was sitting there mocking me because it's Ting Lu. And I had to prioritize knocking out the Ting Lu. I couldn't just let it sit there and be bulky boy and like, you know, wait your turn. No, I had to prioritize knocking it out before I lost, you know, my whatever, because the only damage I'm going to have was stored power. And, you know, I guess Veluza doesn't really have this problem because it can run water coverage and stored power and fillet away. I guess. But here's the other thing. You don't really outspeed much at +2. Like, yeah, you get that 107 number. You need a decent chunk of investment to hit it because you're actually slower than Phalanx, fun fact. And not as bulky, question mark? Yeah, actually, you're a little bit more specially bulky, a little bit less physically bulky, I think. But, I don't know, there's so many things that are hitting Veluza for weakness. Like, I feel like if we could have that +2, if it was either, like, fully commit to special attack or fully commit to attack, I feel like that would be better. If it was, like, +4 attack, +2 speed, okay, you know what? That's scary. Or if it was +3 attack, +3 speed, that's kind of scary too. You could probably run no investment in speed at that point. That'd be kind of cool. But no. No. We have to be splitting our attack and special attack boosts for no reason. Again. Why? I don't know. They decided it's fair to do it that way. I can have +6, but I can only have it to 2 stats that I want to have it to. Or I can have +6, but it's going to be spread across all of my stats, so it's really not that big of a boost. And one of them is a stat that I don't want to use. Pokemon has decided that's fair when Belly Drum is literally just +6 attack. I don't understand. Moving on. The next move I want to talk about is Trailblaze. And the reason I want to talk about Trailblaze is very simple. Why doesn't Breloom learn Trailblaze? Trailblaze. Base 50, grass type move. 100% chance to raise the user speed by 1 stage, right? And you would think, yo, Technician Trailblaze is kind of lit, right? Well, if we look at all the Pokemon that learn Trailblaze, you can see, it's everybody and their mother learns Trailblaze, okay? Literally, so many Pokemon learn Trailblaze as a TM. Everybody and their cousin learns Trailblaze. Look at all these. We're not even done scrolling through the list of fully evolved Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, everybody learns Trailblaze, right? Now let's look at all the Pokemon that learn Trailblaze and Technician because they exist, right? We got Kricketune. You know, everybody loves Kricketune. Kricketune, such a historically good VGC Pokemon. We got Mousehold. Mousehold's actually pretty good, but it's not really running Trailblaze, right? If you want to do a speed boosting move, you might as well just run Tidy Up. I really want Tidy Up Mousehold to be good. It's not because Fluttermane's on every team. We got Persian and a Alolan Persian. Okay, yeah, sure, they're already kind of fast, but that's kind of neat. We got Caesar, which is kind of cool. We got Scyther. You know, that's kind of neat, right? None of these Pokemon are grass type. We got Toxtricity with Technician Trailblaze for some goddamn reason. I don't know why. You know who's not on this list? Breloom. Breloom doesn't learn Trailblaze. Why? Well, there's a very good reason, and this is kind of going to bring me to my next point. We're going to look at 3 other Pokemon. The reason that Toxtricity doesn't learn, or I'm sorry, that Breloom doesn't learn Technician Trailblaze is because it learns Spore. And Spore is an extremely good move. Nobody is going to argue that Spore is not a good move. Spore is an amazing move. I'm not mad at Spore for being a good move. I'm mad because Spore is such a good move that that Game Freak feels the need to nerf every Pokemon who learns Spore, except for Amoonguss, in some kind of way. Every Pokemon that learns Spore is nerfed in some kind of way. And let's look at the list of Pokemon that learn Spore, because we have quite a few this generation. I kind of want to look at every Pokemon that learns Spore ever, so give me a second. Pokemon. Spore Pokemon. Because, oh, actually, all of them. We have all of the Pokemon that learn Spore except for Smeargle right now. So there you go. And Parasect, but Parasect is bug and grass type, so that's its nerf. Its nerf is that it's 4 times weak to fire and 4 times weak to flying, and it's also weak to rock, and it's also weak to bug, and it's also weak to, you know, everything. That's Parasect's problem. If Parasect was in here, actually, Terrestrialization Parasect would be kind of good. Not going to lie to the people. That's a video for another day, maybe. Anyway, every Pokemon that learns Spore is nerfed in some kind of way. Breloom is not very fast. Scarf Breloom, especially now, is not outspeeding anything. And if you're Scarf Breloom and all you're clicking is Spore, that's really not that great. Breloom has no way to boost its speed. There's no speed boosting moves to the extent that it also does not get to learn Trailblaze, even though Breloom feels like the perfect Pokemon to utilize Trailblaze. Nothing is running Trailblaze because it's just not enough damage for like what you're getting. Breloom would be that Pokemon to run Trailblaze, and you would still need to hit 2 Trailblazes for it to be worth it. Because at +1, Breloom does not outspeed anything. At +1, Breloom outspeeds, I don't know, like base 100 Pokemon. It doesn't outspeed the things it needs to outspeed at +1. Let's put it that way. You would need to hit 2 Trailblazes, and Breloom is still not allowed to have Trailblaze. That's insane. You know what other Pokemon is nerfed just because it has access to Spore? Toedscruel. I would almost... Actually, I think I would. I think I would rather Toedscruel literally just not learn Spore than have it be nerfed so hard. You know what Mycelium Might does? It says your status moves get to go last, and for that trade-off, you get to ignore abilities. You know what this is? This is worse Mold Breaker. This is Mold Breaker, but with a drawback. Why is this Mold Breaker? Maybe we'll make a video about abilities that make me angry, because this would be on that list. This is Mold Breaker, but worse. This is Mold Breaker, but worse. Literally. You know what Mold Breaker does? It says all of your moves ignore your opponent's abilities. You know what this says? Only your status moves ignore your opponent's abilities, and you have to go last. You have to move last in your priority bracket. So no matter what you do, this Spore is going to be the last thing to go unless somebody clicks a move with negative priority like Trick Room. I guess you can Spore Trick Room users. Sure. This Pokemon would be insane if it had full speed Spore. I mean, it probably wouldn't even be that good because base 100 speed is actually not that amazing right now. Like, the speed tiers are so fast right now that base 100 speed is not that crazy. Like, you can outspeed things with Tailwind, you can outspeed, like, Fluttermane with Scarf, but you're 4 times weak to Iron Bundle, so it really doesn't matter that much. I guess you could Terrestrialize around it. But I don't think it would be so stupidly broken that they needed to give it an ability that is so bad. This ability is so bad. Just because Toedscruel has access to Spore? Is that really such a crime? Why do we hate Pokemon that have access to Spore so much, Game Freak? Why? The last one is Brute Bonnet. And Brute Bonnet's nerf is not as egregious as the other ones. Brute Bonnet's nerf is that you literally cannot get a Photosynthesis speed boost on Brute Bonnet. And, you know, like, that doesn't sound that bad, but Brute Bonnet's speed is 55, which is really not, like, terrible, awful garbage. Like, if you can, like, outspeed things with a Tailwind if you want to. But no matter how you work its stats, unless you're going to go -1 from, like, an Intimidate or something, you literally cannot get its attack low enough that you can get a speed boost. Why? Because they're afraid of Spore. We're afraid of Spore. We think Spore is so good that any Pokemon that learns it is automatically going to have some kind of nerf. This is Brute Bonnet's nerf, and it's not as egregious of a nerf as the other ones, but you don't even outspeed anything with a Photosynthesis speed boost. You'd have to get another speed boost from... Oh, guess what Brute Bonnet learns? It learns Trailblaze. That's crazy, right? You'd have to, like, get another speed boost from Trailblaze to actually outspeed anything. But, I don't know. It feels like such a silly thing. Like, it's literally 1. You can run a minus attack nature with 0 attack IVs, and you still can't get a speed boost? Wild. Why are we so afraid of Spore that we're doing this? Like, if we're this afraid of Spore, why don't we just nerf Spore? Like, why don't we give Spore some kind of drawback? Because, honestly, Spore is probably too good of a move. If we look at, like, Sleep Powder, which a lot more Pokemon get. Alright, This is not a move that we learn. Do you learn Sleep Powder? No. All of the Pokemon that learn Spore don't learn Sleep Powder. You learned it here first, guys. If we look at Sleep Powder... Nope, come on. You can do it. There we go. Which a lot of Chlorophyll Pokemon get. It's 75% accurate. So, I don't know. Maybe Spore could be 90% accurate. And that would make it a little bit more fair. And then we can stop nerfing the crap out of Pokemon like Breloom. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's the video, guys. Are you angry too? Did any of these moves make you angry? Do you have other moves that I didn't mention that make you angry? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah. With that, everybody, make sure you leave the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. Be an AndyLaFan today. And with that, my name is Andrew, and I will catch you guys next time.